Wow, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I know we had a great training this morning, and I know a lot of people were on the training session this morning, over 3,000 people on the corporate training last minute, and we thank everybody that jumped on there. We still had ours already set up, so I anticipate we'll get more people. But anyway, we got a great opportunity. We want to show you guests tonight, this afternoon, excuse me, that are looking across the United States and other countries. We've got a couple things we want to show. First of all, we want to show you a short video about our company. I'm going to come back and introduce our special guest speaker, the Four Horsemen, myself, Warren Solomon, Mr. Nelson, and also Mr. James Adlam. So without further ado, we're going to show our corporate video, and I'm going to come back and introduce our guest speaker today, none other than Mr. James Adlam himself, fresh off of the training session they did this morning. So thank you all. And right now, we'll show the video.
Right now, someone is watching TV, shopping online, sharing on social media, scrolling a news feed, cooking, turning on lights, texting, paying with a credit card, and someone is definitely making a phone call. Now, imagine earning income through your very own business every time a customer pays a bill for services they're already using anyway. With ACN, you can. With a 27-year track record of success, ACN is the largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and essential services in the world. Today, we operate in 27 countries and have offices throughout North America, Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Pacific. We're constantly evolving our portfolio of products to stay ahead of what millions of consumers and businesses need and use every day. Now, ACN has added identity theft protection through ID Seal to its suite of essential services. Thanks to ACN's innovative mindset, we're just getting started, and the world is taking notice. Inc. magazine also recently recognized ACN as a private titan, a designation reserved for the largest and most iconic privately held companies in the world. This is your opportunity to establish your very own ACN business, offering the essential services that people and businesses already use every day, and an opportunity to get paid every time they pay a bill for these services. It's your life. Imagine earning an income on your own terms. That's what ACN is all about, and now you can be a part of it.
Wow, that was pretty powerful. Hey, I want to, first of all, welcome some people on the call. Daryl Ranson, thank you so much. David Dwight, thank you. Joyce Brewer, thank you. Ms. Wang, thank you so much. Christy, Ms. Kimberly Johnson, great. Thank you. Abby Branson, thank you. Mr. and Mrs. Atkinson out there in Tennessee, thank you for being on the call tonight, this afternoon. Ms. Ismail, thank you so much. Ms. Natasha Ismail. Thank you so much. Valerie Fuller, thank you. Mr. Michael Ship and Dwight Williams down there in Houston, Texas. Good seeing you and your love on there, sir. And the Atkinsons out there in Tennessee. Folks, it gives me a pleasure to introduce a young man. He was just doing our corporate training this morning. We had over 3,000 people on the corporate training this morning. He is a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. He's a father. He's a great husband. He's a community leader. He's a thought leader. He's also a senior vice president at ACN, hails from the East Coast of the Maryland area. Without further ado, my dear friend who's going to share the opportunity with our guest today, the great, the one and only Mr. James Adlam.
Mr. Al Thomas, thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Thank you for this opportunity. And it's an honor, you know, when Mr. Thomas reached out to me and told me that he was putting this together for everyone to have an opportunity to see our business daily. You know, that just shows a lot of vision, right? It shows someone who's committed to making a difference, not for himself. Mr. Thomas has already made a tremendous lifestyle for himself. When you commit to other people and commit to other people's successes, that is legacy. And he is thinking legacy and empowering every one of you on this line. So it is my honor. For those of you who have not had an opportunity to meet, my name is James Adlam. My background is I used to work in the pharmaceutical industry for a couple of big pharmaceutical companies. I got the phone call about this business from a good friend. I went and I saw the presentation that you're about to see. I couldn't believe what I was about. I couldn't believe what I saw. Like that night, I still reflect. I was in this room listening to the information, blown away, and I got started right away because I was looking for something. And here's what I got to imagine. I'm on East Coast time. I know that some of you are on different time zones. I got to imagine that if you took the time to get on at 4 o'clock East Coast time to look at a business that you are also looking for something. And maybe things are going great for you. Maybe things aren't going as good as you'd like them to be going. But the conversation that we're going to have is going to make a difference. And so I want you to just do me a favor, have an open mind, have an open spirit, just really, really hear what we're about to share and take it all in. And so you're going to see my screen is going to share here, and I'm going to bring up some information about our business, who we are, what we do, how we do what we do, and then go from there. So the first thing I want to do is I want to give you the concept. The concept starts with linear income. Linear income simply means you work, you get paid. Whether that's hourly, salary, commission, does not matter. When you work, you get paid. I want to talk to you about residual income. Residual income being you do the work one time and you get paid multiple times for the work. Now, if we were in school and there was a class called The Different Ways to Make Money, and we heard those two ways described, how many of you know you might have made some very different decisions with your life? I mean, let's just face it. But usually we don't find out about these things. And so I want to talk to you about the #1 company in the world for this. The #1 company in the world is our company, ACN. We've been in business since 1993. We're the world's largest direct-to-consumer telecom and essential services company. And even though things are going great, we've done $4 billion in sales in the last 5 years. Even though things are going great, we haven't even begun to begin. And I'll show you why. Because we are in the essential services industry. You know, I live in Maryland. And in Maryland, the governor released the list of the essential businesses. And basically, it was a very simple list. If you own these businesses, you could stay open. If you weren't on this list, you were shut down. Now, raise your hand if you know somebody that was in the same situation where they had a business on Monday and they could do no business on Tuesday. You know what I'm talking about, right? So what we're simply saying to you is that when you offer essential services, you completely change the quality of your income. Your income. You're going to pay a cell phone no matter what. You're going to pay utilities no matter what. You're going to pay for high-speed internet no matter what. These are things you don't have to think about. Well, one of the fastest growing industries is identity theft. Why? Because if you have this little device and you don't have a way to protect your data, you're vulnerable. Because let's be clear, this thing knows more about you than your entire family. And if someone gets access to your data, they have you. And so IDC is one of the fastest growing identity theft protection services in the United States and expanding into Canada. Things are growing really, really well with IDC. And the other thing is that when we acquire customers, it triggers meals for kids. So here's what I love, that when I pay my cell phone bill every month, it triggers a meal for a child every single month after month, year after year. When I pay my bills and when our customers pay their bills, children get fed. And that's a phenomenal feeling to know that you can make a difference like that. The other part of it is our business model. We don't advertise. Word of mouth is our focus. Traditional marketing, nothing wrong with it, but we found that word of mouth just more effective. People talk to people all the time. We refer things with each other all the time. Here's a nail salon. Here's a hair barber. Like we do this anyway. So referral is normal. It's just that we decide to focus with services. And by referring services through people rather than through major corporate ads, we take the income that would pay those major corporations to advertise, we pass it on to you. And we get paid 4 different ways. So the first we get paid is we get paid bonuses. We get paid bonuses on the acquisition of customers. So for example, my cell phone is a customer. My wife's cell phone is a customer. That's 2. Our oldest son's cell phone is a customer. That's 3. My brother's energy bill is a customer. That's 4. My brother's ID Seal account is a customer. That's 5. When you acquire your first 5 customers, ACE is going to say, congratulations, you've hit the mark. Now, what's the mark? The mark means that when I hit 5, my first 5, they're going to release a bonus of $200. But then because I hit that mark, after that, every 3 services after that, they're going to pay another $200. So when you hit your first 5, just know that every 3 after that, it's another 200. It's another 200. There's no limit, but then you're eligible for residual income. We're going to pay up to 20% every single month when someone pays the bill. Here's the thing. You're paying the bills right now. I'm paying the bills right now. We are all already paying the bills. And so what we're saying is, that's the first we get paid, that's the second we get paid, but here's the third way. I gotta believe you know somebody that is open to more. And let's say that hypothetically, that person sees the opportunity, loves it. There's bonuses you get paid for building a team, but then you're also paid a residual income of 4%. Your position every single month for 4% residual income on customers you did not get because you referred someone to an opportunity for them to earn residual income. And you move through our compensation plan. Our compensation plan is beautiful because as you move through the compensation plan, you get paid more, you get paid better for the exact same work. I'm doing the same thing now that I did day one. I'm just at a different position in the compensation plan, doing the exact same thing. But this whole thing works because it's simple. Today, the life is complicated enough. If you're gonna do something else and put something on your plate, it's gotta be simple. So tell me if you think this is simple. I have a business. It's $199 to start the business. The website is $25 a month. It's hosted by a company called Salesforce. Salesforce hosts the website of American Express, for God's sakes. We feel like they can host your website, okay? This website that is hosted for you is personalized. All the marketing materials are done for you by the company. They track all of the services, and reports are generated for you twice a day. They do all the customer service. You don't do that, but what you do have is a business. And so what do I say now? If what we said made sense, you need to keep it simple. Keep it simple. Get started. Generate your ID number. We're going to help you hit that first mark, that first 5. We want you to generate that bonus of $200 right away because it's great upfront considering you paid $199. Generate $200 is a really great thing, right? So we want to help you do that within your first 24 hours in the business. And then we want to share the opportunity. Look, you know, when we were kids, we heard sharing is caring. I don't think that's more appropriate than right now because there's so many people looking for something. And so when you get your first 5 customers, bonuses are released to you. When other people join you in the business, when they get their first 5 customers, they're also eligible for bonuses on top of everything that you're eligible for. And so start a business. We're going to put together a game plan for you. We're going to help get you trained and teach you exactly how to do this. And what I'll tell you, just today we had this event, right? Mr. Al Thomas talked about. There are almost 4,000 people took advantage of this event today. Why? Because people are looking to work from home. Here's an example. This is Google. This is called Google Trends. And on Google Trends, they showed you the number of people, or they showed you the trending of the phrase work from home. Now, this is March of last year, and this is March of this year. Does anyone need to be like, we don't need to be Einstein to figure this out, okay? People want to be home. People want to be home. They want to be home. And even if they don't want to be home, they want to be home. Anyone who's working right now would rather be home than wherever they're working. Think about what I just said. And I don't care what you do for a living, nothing you do is more important than your life. And so what do we have? Because I'm done. And by the way, when I say I'm done, that was 9 minutes. Could you build a business where you have the ability to do something where in 9 minutes, you could fully understand it? It's really simple. We get paid on stuff people have to pay. I'm looking at your faces right now. That's if getting paid on stuff that people have to pay sounds like a good idea, raise your hands. Okay, got it. We then share the opportunity to other people that we care about to get paid on stuff that people have to pay. If that sounds like a good idea, do me a favor, raise your hands. Okay, raise your hands if you agree. Right now, today, you'd rather be home than anywhere else on the planet. Okay, so since we're all home, okay, since I'm home, you're home, we're all home. Home is the safest place in the world right now, all right? We have a choice. We can Netflix, we can Hulu, we can Amazon Prime Video, we can Apple TV, we can Disney Plus, we could do all that, or we can make money and build a business. Because let me tell you something, this too shall pass, and it shall pass. This shall pass. And the lessons that will be learned from all of this will be that, number one, people didn't spend enough time with the people they cared about. That's number one. Number two, once you experience being at home, it's hard to go back. It's gonna be hard. You think you're excited to go back? Just wait until that first Monday when you got to go back. Then you'll discover what the quality of life. It's amazing how God works. God is giving you right now an insight to what it's like to be free. Like this is the most free most people have been in their entire professional careers. And I know that doesn't mean financially everything is great for everybody. That's not what I mean. I mean the ability to wake up, see the people you care about, go for a walk around the house.
Make sure you're happy. I think I'm gonna go with some lots, man.
And so if the concept makes sense to you, you need to get with the person invited you on and have them participate with you in helping you to establish your business. Because this is the single greatest run and season that our company has ever had. And here's the reason why. We're #1 in the world at taking a person and showing them how to generate residual income from home. There's no company on planet Earth that does that better than our company. So if you want to be with #3, can't help you. You want to be with #7, can't help you. You want to be with #1, get started. And I have the honor